focusing on your goal, on your destination, on your dream, nothing else. When I've done this with Kim, she's my witness, I've done this with some of my clients and students, I actually do experiments where we'll sit down and we'll focus on something. And we'll say, this is what's going to happen. There's no way it can happen, technically speaking. Like, there's no way you can plan it to happen. Good example. For the foundation, I need a certain amount of money needs to be raised to create, build an electric car. All right. To start off, I need about $6 grand. That's all. Just to start off, I need about $6 grand. Well, to generate that outside of the business was not possible. There's no way, no foreseeable way. If I was to concentrate on the ways to get there, I probably would fail. Because my mindset said it's impossible. So what we did, instead, we focused on the $6,000, not the $6,000 coming to us, but the car already being built. The car being built, that's it, period. We saw it, we saw the end, we saw the new motor in it, we saw the shape of the car, we saw the speed of the car, we saw it, and I'm seeing it right now as I'm talking to you, in details. One thing led to another, someone donated $6,000 2 weeks later. This happens all the time. When we were at the honeymoon, my biggest concern was, and I didn't understand how I was going to do this, is I never built an electric car before. Even though I'm technically, I have a degree in electronics, and I know I'm technical minded, I'm an inventor. It won't be long, it's just going to take time, research. A couple of years, complete, 100%. I really wanted to curve that learning curve. I wanted to lessen that learning curve. And what happened? I thought about it again. I thought about how having the car already completed, how it looks, how it feels. That's how The Secret described it. And we've met somebody who actually has a business converting cars to electric. And he needs help to get his business to the next level. He ran into a glass ceiling. Wow. It's the truth. It's happened. And this is examples. I do this over and over. I show people. We have workshops. Let's try this. Use my mastermind. Let's focus on this. Focus on that. Who's read or seen anything about Dr. Emoto in Japan about the water? Does anybody else know about Emoto's experiments? Long story short, he took water and he put it in a vial, just regular tap water. He froze it. He looked at it under the microscope, and he saw, of course, water, the crystalline structure of water. When he looked at it, he said, okay, that's water, market tap water, normal tap water, Japanese, from what river, what viaduct or whatever you get the water from, municipal water. Then he put a label. I know this sounds like magic and weird, but he put a label on another bottle, 2 bottles, same water. One of them he put love, another bottle hate, another bottle abundance, money, this, that. Froze it. It's all the same water. When he looked under the microscope, every single one had a different crystalline structure. On a quantum mechanic level, the very energy of the word on the bottle changed the molecular structure of the water inside the container. That's a fact. Scientifically validated. Done it over and over and over. Your mindset controls the very molecules around you. The very water in the container were affected by the words, which is an idea, a thought. They tried it without word. Went to Greece, left some water, some counter in his office. The students meditated, prayed, sent good thoughts towards the water. He came back, the water was tested, all the impurities that were in it originally were gone. Impossibility by our standards, our understanding of science today, physics. But on a quantum level, that's being discovered over and over and over. This is what I was talking about 35 years ago. People laughed at me. I'm not into metaphysics. It's not metaphysics. This is reality. It's science. It took a while for science to catch up, like Kim was telling me, but those are the facts. These information I give you is stuff I never give you. You asked my opinion before. Little truth here. I never give my opinions. I never give my beliefs. I could be wrong. When something comes out of my mouth, no matter how outrageous they are, I make sure it is something that I can validate, prove, send you to somebody, show you a number. I'll give you an 800 number, video, scientific data. So this scientist showed that we affect things just by our thoughts, and it's not affected by time and space. So in the movie, What the Bleep Do We Know? Has anybody ever seen that movie? Okay. I recommend it. It's a really good, it's entertaining at least. At best, you're going to see the mechanics of the secret. It actually teaches you the mechanics. When the woman was there, she realized that the power of our minds actually affects everything outside. Our reality starts here. She started taking her pen and writing on all positive words all over her body, like a tattoo, literally all over. And her roommate comes in and is thinking, you're the container. Because if your thoughts can change a vial of water, what's your body mostly made out of? So if my thoughts are consistent and congruent with success, financial success, happy, bliss, contentment, the water in it has to change. If the water in it changes, it supports the thoughts. And the thoughts, here it goes. It's easier to live. Question?
What's the name of the movie again?
What the Bleep Do We Know? Basically, it's the mechanics of the secret. And most people don't know about it, which is kind of strange, only because it's talking about quantum mechanics, but it's talking to the layman's person level. It's by visionists, scientists, public speakers, doctors, who have all been interviewed and talking about their understanding how quantum mechanics works. It's not a new science. Quantum mechanics has been around for a very long time, but only for the first time in history is it being used on a practical level. My time has come because this is all I've been talking about. That movie, I could take a 5-minute segment of it and talk for days about it. That's how in-depth it's about. It teaches you, take something that these scientists spend 10 hours a day with this math, trying to figure out this weird world that's all around us all the time. And they don't understand it, but they know enough about it that it affects everything we do. Our social, paying our taxes, going to church, doing our business. Everything's affected by it. Or should I say, we affect it. That's been proven scientifically. So if we affect everything around us by just our thoughts, and you heard of the kahunas in Hawaii, right? Anybody heard of them? They call them magicians. Holy men. One point of view. They literally, you sit there and they do things that look like magic. I mean, they want something, it happens. Shortly after they verbalize it. Anything they want, no matter how impossible, it seems to come to them. And a journalist once went up and said, how do you do these things? I mean, how do you do these things that look impossible? And he goes, well, that's interesting you say that. When we're young, as children, we're taught not to doubt. They have been trained not to doubt. They don't know how to doubt. It's impossible for them to doubt. The concept is foreign to this, alien. The Dalai Lama, when he left Tibet, because the Chinese drove him out, and he came to the United States, he was shocked. He thought he knew everything. He said, when he was at Arizona State University speaking, he said, I was there, and I'm taken care of. Everything's perfect. Everything is known. But I felt empty. I felt like I can learn more. So what did the universe do with his thoughts? Kicked him out of his country. So when he came to the West, he's working now side by side with psychologists and doctors on people with depression, people who have low self-esteem and low self-loathe. He doesn't understand that. He said the highest expression of man is to love yourself 100%. How can you hate yourself in any shape or form? It's a new experience for him. And now he teaches them, the doctors, how to show his patients how to be more happy. And he's being exposed to a whole new world that he's grown. It's amazing. It's just your mindset. Your mindset makes your reality. On a quantum level, that's provable. And anybody who takes me on as a private client will see the evidence of that. Because I do the same experiments as Dr. Moto. I've been doing them quietly by myself for years now. Well-known, famous international scientists all around the world are finding the same things. I don't have to work anymore. I just have to present it to the business community. Any other questions?